Imagine that someone's very good at telling the time. He looks at the sun and instantly claims
It is July 1st, 1956, 12 o'clock, 25 minutes and 40 seconds.
he is incredible, a genius at telling time. Now, imagine that another person, instead of telling the time, builds a clock that tells the time. The time teller may be gone someday, but the clock will last, telling the time even after the life of its builder. This analogy is something I use in my teaching. I try to make my students clock builders rather than time tellers. What is a clock in education? It's a mindset, the ability, and the inspiration that enables students to acquire new knowledge, understand new phenomena, and apply their knowledge in a systematic way throughout a lifetime of learning. The teacher's job is to make such an imprint on the student. Clock building takes time. It needs patience and investment and carries the risk of failure. Time telling, on the other hand, is fun and provides instant gratification. Unfortunately, we are often pressured to seek instant gratification. For instance, we need good student evaluations now, not words of appreciation from our students 10 years after they graduate. At the end of a semester, I use the analogy of clock building versus time telling to conclude one of my classes. To make the discussion more relevant, I presented the students a scenario about two students. Both are young, single, and equally intelligent, and both attend college full-time. One works full-time to earn money, the other takes out a student loan. I asked my students which is preferable. Most chose the working student. When they asked why, most of them answered, "You can buy more stuff," and "taking a loan is risky. What if I cannot pay it back?" This is precisely my point. While I admire those students who work to support themselves through college, and while I recognize that some must work to support the family, I think in many cases, students are better off taking out a loan. This is especially true if the student works for the wrong reasons. One wrong reason is that I work so that I can buy stuff, or I need to pay for my sports car. In other words, I want instant gratification at the cost of long-term reward. I suggest that these students should instead take up a loan and concentrate on their studies so that they can increase their earning ability beyond paying for a sports car. Another wrong reason is I am not sure that I can get a better job after college, thus I had better keep my current job. Students who think this way lack self-confidence and tend not to fare as well as they could. They are afraid of taking risks. Their prediction often becomes self-fulfilling. A week after my lecture, I received a long email from one of the students in my class. In the opening, he said,
I just wanted to thank you for the last bit of advice you gave in class about being a clockmaker or time teller. I had been thinking a lot about a career choice I had made, and your advice helped me think much more clearly about my situation.
his life goal is to fly fighter jets, and he plans to go to a highly competitive program in which only a very few will be selected as pilots. Before he goes, however, he has several months of free time. He can either work to make some money or take private flying lessons to improve his odds in the competition. He wrote that before hearing the analogy I presented,
I was planning on working a lot, and was just going to use the money to do a few vacations here and there. I didn't want to go take private pilot courses to get me ready for flight school because they are expensive and I wouldn't be able to buy stuff if I took them. I really didn't think twice about the stupidity of that decision until your class Thursday. If flying jets is my dream, why shouldn't I take out a small loan in order to make myself significantly more competitive? I would regret it for the rest of my life if I did not do what I could to achieve my goals. Your lecture really helped me realize that I am the one in charge of where my life is heading, and I need to take control of it, making sacrifices if necessary to help facilitate the steps I need to take to accomplish my goals. For the first time, I really feel like I know what I'm doing. You helped me to see that. Once again, thanks for the advice. As I told you, it has made all the difference in the world. I'm going to take private pilot courses this summer to give me an edge on the competition down there. In a couple years, when I'm flying my jet, I will definitely remember your class and the advice you gave, and I will pass it on whenever I can.
I sat in front of my computer screen, reading this email several times, enjoying the precious moment. What more could I ask for in my teaching? The best reward we as teachers can get is that students value our advice, which makes a difference in their lives. For academics, research projects may fail, lectures may be boring, but never give up on clock building, never give up on our students. As Old Dominion says, our mission is changing lives, one at a time.